I don't want to say better than part one. I just thought it was more entertaining. You be the judge. Here it comes. First Pearl Jam. What was your peak this year with what do you think your best game was as a team this year with the Warriors?
Well, we played OKC right after the
on the Saturday night game? Yeah, I agree.
We won at home.
Yeah. So, was the ceiling of that game higher than any game last year, or is it different? Because I would imagine year 2, you guys have been playing together an extra year, that there's probably the chemistry and continuity of it probably gives you a little bit of an advantage versus last year. No?
I don't know about it. I just felt like we were wanting to win that night, and we knew we had to do. I really didn't think about last year. What we did in the finals.
I'll rephrase. Do you feel like you fit in more this year than you did last year?
Oh, I'm more comfortable for sure.
Yeah, all right,
for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm more vocal. Because I don't. When you're coming into a team that's new, that's been successful, you don't want to come in and lead by your words. You want to lead by your actions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm leading by my actions, and I can say some stuff to the younger guys. I could talk to Draymond. I could talk to Steph, Klay. You know what I'm saying? Andre. I'm just more comfortable because I proved myself. You know what I'm saying?
What do the new additions bring? We haven't talked about your new teammates since our first four podcasts.
Nick Collison.
Nick Collison. Nick Young. See, you missed Nick Collison.
Nick Young.
What's Nick Young bring?
He has a certain energy that you just enjoy because he's Nick Young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when he came, I told him the first few games, I was like, yo, shoot every time you touch the ball. Because I know that's going to give you confidence. I know that's going to make you feel good about playing for us.
That was the heat check guy you kind of needed on your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he making shots, when Nick making shots, that just puts a dagger in the other team.
Yeah.
He hit a big shot in Cleveland. We were up like 8. Swung him the ball in the corner. He hit a 3. I was like, game's over because Nick hit this shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He dancing and he like shimmying and got the threes up and like. I call him Loso because his name's Nicolos, and I'm like, when Los hit this shot, I'm like, yeah, his energy just rubs off on all of us.
So when he does well, everybody gets fired up.
Yeah, coach loves that when he hits a 3. You know what I'm saying? And that's an underrated part of playing with somebody.
The Celtics, Eddie House was like that in 08.
Yeah, you have
Eddie
those
House
guys.
did well. The whole team got fired up every
you got
time.
those guys because you want them to, like, I want Nick to do so well just because he's Nick Young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want
Mike
him to
Miller,
do,
Miami.
Yeah, Mike Miller, Eddie House. You want those guys to do so well because you just really love who they are. Like
Fultz was like this today. If you watch when he made a couple shots, the Sixers were like going bonkers.
You just really, really appreciate them because you know where they come from, like their path in the league, and you just want them to do so well. That's an underrated part of the game. Like the guys like Nick Young, like you really enjoy when they make shots and they play well because they just make you happy. You expect Klay to hit shots and Steph and Draymond and me. You know what I'm saying? You expect us to hit shots. When you see Nick Young, Quinn Cook, Omri Caspi, JaVale McGee play well, it's just like, man, I'm just so happy for these guys. You know what I'm saying? That's the underrated part of playing in the NBA.
You guys being the champs this year and going into buildings, was it any different than last year?
No.
Seems like it was the same.
Yeah, it was the same.
It's still an event when
people don't really want to hate us because they don't.
Well, when you go in these other buildings, you have 40% of the fans.
Yeah, we going to these buildings, man. Like it gets louder and louder. Like introducing the starting 5, you got Draymond Green from Michigan State, Kevin Durant from Texas, Steph Curry. I'm like, yeah.
And at center.
Zaza Pachulia. Boo, boo. I'm like, yeah, we got our guy. You know what I'm saying? That's our guy that people gonna hate. That's why people would love to hate
people
us.
hate Zaza.
Yeah, but I'm like, come on, man. Zaza the fucking greatest team, one of the best teammates I ever had, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he only maims somebody in the other team like twice a year. It's not that bad.
But y'all don't say nothing about Bill Lambier who clothesline somebody.
He's your Bill Lambier.
He clothesline somebody in the air. But you don't say nothing about that. But Zaza just fall. And people would just
first of all,
a lot about Bill.
First of all, I beg to differ. Bill Lambier's my least favorite athlete ever.
Probably so. I just wanted to say that.
Nah, it's Zaza. He's just clumsy enough that you never know what's intentional and what's not. Those are always the guys that are always the most polarizing. It's never like if you do the freeze frame, you never know. Like when Olynyk hurt Kevin Love's shoulder that year, it was impossible to say whether it was intentional or not because he was so clumsy. Who knows? All right, I got more. What is 50-year-old Kevin Durant doing? That question comes from Scott Lavin of Berkeley.
I'm going to be an owner of an NBA team. And I'm going to just be chilling.
Which NBA team? Tate's like Hornets, please?
No. I just don't know. But I'm going to be chilling.
Wouldn't the ultimate move be to buy OKC?
Let me not say nothing like that.
I mean, that would be like, who's going to win in the end? Oh, I own your team now, motherfuckers.
Yo, I'm 29, about to be 30 in September. How old are you, Rich? 41. By the time I'm 50, and you're what, 61?
Whoa. I'd be 51. It goes by, it's 10 and 10.
No, when I'm 50.
Oh,
Rich is going to be remarried because that reader set him up. The Jewish girl in New York.
I'll be 60.
Imagine where we are at that if we keep it going.
Oh yeah, I'd like to have our own Oscar or two and own an NBA team.
Own Oscar.
Yeah, we're making some good shit.
I don't really care about the Oscar.
Yeah.
But
You just have to get a Laker as one of your producers. You win the Oscar.
I want to run the Knicks.
All Laker
I really
fans.
want to run the Knicks.
Yo.
I think you're serious about that.
Dead serious.
No, he's dead serious, and I think he can run the Knicks better than anybody who's ever.
Well, that's not saying anything.
No. But I mean,
been a
I
comedy of
really
errors.
like Steve Mills, and I really like. I don't know Scott Perry as much as I know Steve Mills.
I
really
know
like
Scott
him.
Perry. He drafted me, but he's
I want to run the Knicks.
yeah, he can run the Knicks.
So the move, if I was the Knicks owner, would be I would hire Rich as my GM because I know he would like start lobbing me.
That would be my move too.
Yeah, that would mean you have to do that if you're
By the way, I did an awesome podcast with Bosch, and we were talking
Chris?
about he was great.
Well, the Bosch.
No, the TV series.
Asian.
And we were talking about 2010. He said the Knicks were never on the table. He said too much noise. Thought that was interesting because they were never on the table for you either, but for different reasons.
It's just because they
weren't gonna.
Yeah.
Scott Lavin also wants to know what's your favorite Klay story. This is a good question.
So when the game before he had 60, Klay just missed practice. He didn't come. He just nobody when practice starts, it's like where the hell is Klay? We called him. He didn't come to practice. He was just like he just didn't come. And the next night he had 60.
You still don't know what happened?
Don't know what happened. He just was like, I think he said, like, man, I was 2 hours late. I was like, I might as well just stay in bed. When he came out and had 60, I was like, this guy, if everybody in the world was like Klay, the universe would be better.
Best weed he ever smoked.
I don't know about that.
China Klay became a sensation.
That's everyday Klay.
China Klay and everyday Klay are the same Klay?
Yeah. Klay is one of the greatest people I've ever met.
Who was the most fun person at Curry's 30th birthday party,
Klay.
other than your coach?
Klay.
So Klay always wins.
Yeah. Klay and Mike Brown. He has the
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown has the greatest job of all time.
Why? Mike
Figure it
Brown's the
out.
greatest job of all time?
Mike Brown is a legend. I fucking love him.
Can you give me a story or a reason?
No, I don't really have no cool stories, but he's just like his energy is just amazing. Just so fun to be around. He's he coaches from the first round?
What?
He coaches in the first round last year.
Yeah, he went undefeated.
First round into game 3 of the finals or game 2.
Oh, yeah. Did he give you LeBron tips?
Give me LeBron tips?
No, the team.
Why would he give us LeBron tips?
Didn't he?
But
coach
why
him
would he
last
give us
year?
LeBron tips against LeBron?
That's what I mean. Like what to do against him.
No.
He clearly didn't know what he was
I think
doing.
I took offense at that
Oh,
question.
I thought you meant like you guys should do this because when I was with LeBron we did that. No,
Yeah.
he didn't do.
You
that.
mean like how to
Like-
guard him?
tips that he knows from
When I coached
Oh,
LeBron, I've
okay,
noticed.
okay.
I noticed this happened.
No, he trusted us. He trusted me. He trusted us. No,
Jason in Seattle. You could guess where this is going.
would I come back to Seattle?
If Seattle eventually lands an expansion team or a
He
relocated
asked
team,
this question last podcast.
would you consider ending your career there? The reason I'm bringing this up is because even though we answered this in the last podcast, I'm still getting the question. That's how
No.
desperate Seattle is for you to come back.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
ignored your previous answer, and they're going to ask again.
I would definitely think about
Okay,
it.
yeah. We'll just every time I'll ask that. This one's good. This is from Anthony Flum.
Who?
What are the-
Anthony Flum?
Anthony Flum.
Flum, what's up, Anthony Flum?
What are the odds of you and Russ ever having an interview on NBA TV like Shaq and Kobe All-Star Weekend?
I don't want to do that shit.
Where you sit in chairs facing each other and it's super awkward.
I just don't want to do that.
We'll do it on our YouTube channel.
I don't want to do that.
You should do a parody of it on your YouTube channel. Just have him and Russ. They're just staring at each other,
It was like an AA meeting.
just eating a pizza.
Bro, I'm just so sorry, man. Whatever.
I can't say I took that Shaq Kobe interview very seriously,
Yeah.
considering they absolutely hated each other.
Isaiah, because they cried. That
was a real Isaiah Magic was great.
Though they had a lot of baggage. Those two guys. I was actually happy.
What'd you
that,
say about Kobe and Shaq before?
They hated each other. They
Yeah, but that's why you would do the show.
yeah, but they still.
I don't think I hate
they're
Russ
never-
as much as Kobe or Shaq hated.
No way. Kobe
You
and
didn't
Shaq
hate
was so
Russ.
much
I
worse.
never hated. No.
Kobe and Shaq was so much worse than anything that happened.
Yeah,
to you
like
and Russ.
no. I don't think that'll happen.
That was bad.
But that also, like, you have to have. They're good. Russell and Kevin are good now, so it's like you'd have
Yeah.
to get to a point. It seemed like Magic and Isaiah had never talked about anything, so it's like
Yeah. No, they didn't talk for years
That's what
and
I'm
years
saying,
and years.
But
yeah.
I'm not carrying that burden with me about Russ. I don't think he's carrying that burden either. About, oh man, I don't want to talk to. No, fuck no. I don't think
I thought
either.
those shows were cool though. The first one, Isaiah and Magic, was great. I didn't watch Kobe and Shaq.
I don't know. I just thought it was.
But I'm like a real '80s basketball baby, and so are you, Bill. You're not really like an '80s basketball baby. You're a '90s basketball baby. So that was pretty big to watch that. I thought.
I like the Bird and McHale one because I learned, even though it wasn't very good.
Don't make no shit up. You like it because
No,
you're a Celtic fan.
No.
that's it.
Actually, if I had
Two of them
Purdue,
could have just stared at each other for an hour and a half.
no, that because it didn't get into. They had like a real rivalry, and
What was their rivalry?
they were just different. McHale was one of those guys. He was like the greatest teammate ever. He was like the Celtics version of Klay. He just loved everything, and he loved going out, and he didn't take it that seriously. It wasn't life or death. And Bird was like, all he wanted to do was
You
be
think
better
Dennis
at
Johnson
basketball.
could have played in the NBA today?
Oh, absolutely. There's not really a lot of guys like him, though. And he would have to shoot a three, right? Like some of these guys would have had to add 3-point range. They couldn't have been a 20-footer guy. But the Bird McHale thing was interesting because there were these little tips in there that I didn't know. Like McHale was talking about how Bird used to throw in the best entry passes. And Bird was saying like,
got really technical and shit.
yeah, and he was like, yeah, I used to really think about where you like the ball. And he was like, you like to be rolling toward the basket when you got the entry pass. So I'd put it
that must
like
be
it was like
cool.
some deep dive shit. I was
That's
into
cool.
it.
I like that.
It was good.
I like that because they actually were teammates and
Yeah.
But they did not get along, right?
they got along.
No,
right?
they got a lot. It was professional.
They just were never tight off the court.
Yeah, I think Bird always felt like McHale could have been greater than he was.
was a six man.
I know McHale was awesome, but I think like there was that one game when McHale scored 56, and Bird was like he should have gone for 60, like he was mad at him, and he scored 69 days later.
Because Bird was
they had like a little big brother, little brother thing. It was definitely there.
I like that.
Yeah, it was good.
I like that.
David Lavin wants to know: are you ever cognizant about the Vegas point spreads in your game? Like, do you ever look at the spread and say,
no,
we're only 5.5.5.5 point favorites?
That's like a really ballsy question, David Levine.
I'm just...
David,
is he throwing games, are you asking?
How much money did you lose gambling, David?
Yeah, David.
Fucking wife is going to tell you, your wife should... I'm sorry.
Well, gambling might be legal.
Not married.
He can't be married talking about
gambling,
fucking
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Gambling might be legal soon, though.
Gambling's gonna be.
He's like, were you cognizant that you guys were 7-point favorites in Game 3?
Yo, David, relax, bro.
Kelly Quarton wants to know: do you? Oh, this is interesting.
From American Idol?
No. Do you mentally separate the season into different sections or phases?
No.
Do you have any process at all?
Every day is important.
Okay.
Because nowadays, I don't want to play for awards or recognition. I want to be able to make a shot from every angle on the court. So every day is important to me because I want to master making a shot from every angle. So I don't really break it down. I just know every day is important.
I have noticed with your game this year that there's an all-around aspect of it that seems like a tad higher than it's been.
Yeah, I'm looking at this.
That's where you get offended.
I'm looking at this like I'm playing chess instead of just playing.
Like every pass you're throwing has like real, like you're putting thought into
it has
how
a
hard
purpose.
the bounce
I have
pass
a purpose now when I step on the court.
See, I thought you'd be offended that I noticed that. You'd be like, no, I was like that 5 years ago.
I mean, the blog boys really don't notice that. I like going at the blog boys because they're going to get upset and they're going to write these articles about how I've changed and shit. And I can't wait. Because they're going to... I know you sensitive and you got it in your feelings about me when you write stories about me and about how I'm sensitive. I love it. So these blog boys they're not going to understand me, but I'm really trying to just get better. Every time I step on the court, I want to master every shot I shoot. So
when you read the stuff about LeBron, all the stuff he's doing with his body, and like Maverick said he's spending like $1.5 million a year now on his body, which who knows if that figure is true. But it does seem like he is as big and strong and fast as he's been in his whole career in year 15. Like he's
33 years old.
He's putting more.
He's 33. I'm looking at his age. He's 33.
What does that mean?
The year 15 stuff, like I'm not really. He's 33 years old. If he was 38 in this year 15, I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
He's 33.
But you're saying 33, like it's.
He's 33 years old, and he takes care of his body like nobody I've seen.
But when you see some of the stuff he's doing, do you think like, oh shit, maybe is there stuff you could pick up, or is every person their own person?
We're different. Yeah, we're all different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather work on my skills more so than like, hop in the weight room every single day and, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather work on my skills. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I'm different from LeBron.
Well, his game's more physical too.
Yeah,
so
he's more
sustain the
he's
pounding.
more bruiser, more physical. So
yeah. I
get that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that and I respect that shit. You know, it's hard to take care of your body every day. You know, professionals really have to do that.
Did you talk about that in the Uber or no?
No, we didn't talk about that. Yo, why are you killing me about the Uber, bro?
I don't know. I'm old school. Rich is old school too.
That is not old school. Yo, stop that, yo.
I didn't like when Bird and Magic filmed the Converse commercial.
Yeah, they did that in the 80s. Like, come on, man. They spilled the commercial together. Bird was friends with Magic.
I didn't like it.
Come on.
I cannot like it.
They were bros.
It's American. I have the right to choose.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible.
I thought the Uber thing was amazing. I thought the Bird and Magic spot was
amazing.
Yeah,
it showed they're human.
Jordan spot was amazing. What you want them? You would think when they see each other in the street, they're supposed to like drop the gloves and just fight.
Just fight them. You want me to just throw a punch at them? Just like, yo, bro,
known each other
fuck you, bro.
They've known each other for 15 years.
Yeah, come on, man.
People like the Uber thing. I think it was
really
a success.
good. And I still think you could feel that there's a competition there.
Yeah.
And that LeBron feels like, he's the greatest in the world and he should feel that way. Kevin feels like he's the best basketball player in the world. He should feel that way. But there's a lot of respect and they have different perspectives. LeBron's a father and Kevin's not. And he asked questions about that. I thought it was great. Yeah. Maybe it was just a bit too highbrow for you.
Fuck out of here.
Maybe because we shared the Uber. But when it
was an Uber pool.
I like that. Uber pool. We Uber X, and Bron was in there when I got in. But do you know like the competition goes to another level when you actually know the guy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I didn't know LeBron, it'd be like, this is another day at the office. But
we talked about this before.
Now that I know him, it was like I make a text and be like, "Yo, I whooped your ass the other day. We kicked y'all ass." You know what I'm saying? Like it's more of a competition when you know someone.
We've talked about this in previous podcasts, but it's always when teammates yell at each other on the bench, it becomes a big thing online. So, they got into it. It's like,
you're supposed
playing
to
sports.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, that's what happens. If you're not yelling at each other at some point during the season, you're not doing anything right.
Yes.
Mikey from Los Angeles wants to know, which current or former teammate of yours had the biggest entourage?
Ooh. I don't know. I ain't going to say that.
You have an answer. You're just not giving it.
Yeah, I got an answer, but I'm not.
I can answer that, but I won't. I mean, I know who your answer is.
We know. Who cares? Who cares?
So much for an honest podcast. Jeez.
No, I'm not.
5.5 podcasts.
I'm not talking about the biggest entourage at ESPN.
Yo, can I ask you a real question?
Yeah.
Should I? What do you think about these guys on like Fox Sports and ESPN, like talking basketball or talking sports, like Nick Wright? Since you want to ask me about my competition,
people, I think they're good or
what do you think about them? Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, who's a.
Well, you don't like a lot of the talking heads.
I don't because they are. I'm not even gonna say that. But what do you think about them? Put you on the spot since you want to ask me about. I don't like when you and Bron talk.
I very rarely get pleasantly surprised when I watch people talk basketball on television. You know what I liked? Doris and Chauncey did a basketball game. They announced
Doris is the greatest. Doris
with Ryan Bricko.
Doris is.
Did you hear the game she did with Chauncey though?
Doris is. Oh man,
Doris and Chauncey.
Love her.
And Chauncey, like it all fell into place, and he's like breaking shit down.
They know basketball.
It was the best broadcast I've had in 10 years. And I was like,
they were in the
don't tell me what you think about these guys. Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith. These guys. These clowns.
Oh wow, this is interesting.
This is good.
I want to know. This is an honest podcast. So
Tate, don't turn the volume down.
Turn it up, Tate. Turn it up. I want to hear it.
They have like their own code.
I don't like takes for the sake of takes. So anyone who's doing that, I'm a little less excited. The thing I like about Stephen A., who I know you've had issues with in the past.
I don't have no issues with Stephen A. I don't think he knows. Never mind, because he gonna make a whole segment on his show, and he gonna.
That's right. They can't.
I don't know basketball.
Let me tell you something, Kevin Durant.
I am just. God damn it! Yeah, I'm not trying to hear that shit. But what do you think?
I'm always impressed by Stephen A's ability to do monologues on any sort of sports topic.
The final take is hilarious.
He's so necessary, though. I
think he's good at his job. I gotta say, I think he's good at it.
He's necessary, but what about like the? Yo, don't give me political answers, bro.
I just gave you the political answer.
He had the most incredible monologue. I had to call Kevin. I
was like, I gotta prove myself. I'm in my 11th year and whatever.
No, but he was talking about.
I want to know. I want you to get the first seed. I was like, Steven, come on.
You hear about OJ? And OJ Simpson?
Oh my god!
Him and OJ was great.
But he's just incredible and like he's necessary.
He should be in the game.
Like, he's a Hall of Famer.
But you shouldn't have the other guys in the game.
I'm convinced sometimes. I think Cowherd, who I know
Is it Cowherd?
Oh,
Colin Cowherd.
Oh, wow.
The guy on Fox.
You call him a coward?
Colin Cowherd.
Wow, you call him a coward? I thought it was Cowherd. He's a coward?
Who I've done podcasts with. I love going back and forth with.
You call him Colin Cowherd?
But he does do his homework. Like, he watches the games.
Yeah. No.
And then he comes up with angles. And sometimes his fatal flaw is he'll take a crazy angle and try to defend it as, like, coming up, I'm going to tell you why Draymond Green is actually the best player in the Warriors. And, you know, that's like a style. And then you're in your car like, what? Oh, I'm going to stay in my car for an extra 4 minutes. I don't know.
I think these dudes are necessary because they're so, like, they really don't understand the game that much, but we also need the guys that can kind of fight those guys and really show the fans what the game's about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you're too quiet.
You're
too quiet.
I've been in that situation.
You're too quiet.
Well, I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain one talking head thing to you, because I was on that NBA show for 2 years, and we did like 55 shows one season. And you get in this mode where it's like you're on Wednesday, you're on Friday, you're on Sunday. It's like, what do we lead the show with on Sunday? And you got to kind of lead with something. So it's like, what's wrong with the Lakers?
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, we'll go around the room, and it's just kind of.
So you don't.
There's no other way to do it. So my own thing was like, all right, I know we're gonna do this. I'm gonna try to have a really cool angle or something that I haven't heard before, or I'm gonna go all in on whatever. But I know this is part of the thing. I never really liked it that much. I never liked that aspect of it. Like, yeah, because it was always like talk about the Knicks again.
Show, right?
Talk about the Knicks. It was always Lakers. It was always Knicks.
Yeah.
Like I was like, can we do the Harden trade again? They were like, no, we did that last week. Just one more time. But you know, you got to fill all these hours, and I think that's when you get in trouble with this stuff.
It's not really real.
Like,
it's not real.
You're on 15 hours a week, and by the 12th hour, you're like, all right, coming up, I'm going to explain to you why Giannis is going to leave Milwaukee in 2 years. And then you're like, do I know he's leaving?
You don't believe it, or
yeah, it's like it's almost like a debate in high school.
Yeah.
Where you're like arguing a side.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's when people get in
But
trouble.
that's why I like Stephen A. Because I think that under the pretense that he has to do that, I think he does a good job of making it.
It feels the most genuine.
He's got to do it every morning, and it's.
But imagine if you were in the game like me and you see like these guys just making a mockery of what you fucking been doing.
No, I understand that. I think that the problem is they limit the content they talk about. So there is like they don't. Because everything is so instantaneous on social media, you don't have to talk about LeBron, KD, and Steph every morning on First Take. You can broaden the conversation because we are a bit more educated as sports fans. It's just every morning it's like, does KD have the heart to lead them to the first seed with Steph out?
Yeah.
Can LeBron win on the road in the playoffs? Yes, no, this is why. Like it can go deeper than the three of them.
You know what I don't like to projecting, like I seen
guessing what's gonna happen.
Not that I seen these guys just like, yo, these guys are going through mental problems. You know what I'm saying? I don't like you projecting that type of stuff on us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, like they're breaking from the pressure.
Someone did tell me, what's one of the dudes?
One of these dudes like, yo, KD has a mental problem.
When you put the snake sneakers out the other day, these two guys, did you see it? These two guys on some channel said that they think something might actually be wrong.
Somebody said it's something.
They said that something might actually be wrong with you.
I am living my best life. I go home and play Xbox, and I'm in such a happy mode. Like these people, like I enjoy playing this game and making so much money that I can take care of myself, my family. I enjoy that. And people was like, man, you have such a mental problem. But I'm at the point in my life now where it's just like, yo, you cannot tell me I am mentally fucked up because you just think so. That's why I get.
Only I can say.
Like, only I can say that.
Yeah.
You don't know me like that, man. I know this interviewer gonna say, "Oh, KD is so sensitive." No, bro. I'm aware of what you're saying.
Do you think Deezus and Mero would work if they were on ESPN at like 4:30? Deezus and Mero, the guys on Viceland.
They are real. I like anybody who's real. I think Dave Chappelle should be the president.
Oh, that would be interesting.
He's a realest motherfucker. Lil Duval too.
Who?
Lil Duval. He's real. I think. Yeah. Go follow Lil Duval on Instagram.
He is amazing. I know.
He's real.
Hey, we're taking a quick break to talk about Google Cloud. It's still March. You know what that means? Basketball. Did you know that college players who wear a number 1 jersey dunk the most? Did you know that people born in North Dakota are historically the most accurate three-point shooters? How do I know that? Because the NCAA is using Google Cloud to turn decades of data into answers. Answers to questions like, are seniors the best at hitting the game-winning shot? Can school spirit really help a team win? Are upsets more likely during a full moon? Are we going to sell Blog Boys t-shirts on theringer.com? Well, Google Cloud doesn't know that yet, but it will at some point. If you go to their website, they have the tournament bracket. They have all these cool little fact items. Teams wearing blue have the most Final Four appearances. It says, we imported every team's hexadecimal color into BigQuery along with their final appearances. Hex colors indicate the saturation of red, green, and blue with a 2-digit hexadecimal value for each. They plugged everything in, and it says blues clearly dominate the Final Four. From a quick glance, they look like approximately half the results. Or something like, here's what's on Google Cloud. Pac-12 teams are best at winning tight games. And then if you click on the how we know, they have a long, complicated explanation about it. See, I would have guessed that because Pac-12 teams are based on the West Coast where the weather's better, and it makes people more calm and relaxed, and they transfers to the basketball game. They should put that in the Google Cloud. Anyway, if you want to check out all this stuff, for whatever questions you have, from basketball to business, Google Cloud can help you find answers in your data. All that data you're sitting on, that's how you take down the competition. Today, tomorrow, well into the future. Only one team a year gets to cut down the net, but with Google Cloud, just imagine all the things you and your team can accomplish. Know what your data knows. See how. All you have to do is go to g.co/marchband. It's Google Cloud, the official cloud of the NCAA. Back to me and Kevin Durant in the mailbag. Sam from Illinois wants to know, how much different do you feel like the league would be if there were no coaches?
Come on, man. Seriously? I learned the game from coaches.
Okay.
I learned how to play from coaches. I think
they asked that question because there was that game when you guys were all calling the plays, when Steve Kerr let you guys call the plays.
But do you know that we worked our way from adolescents to teenagers to semi-pros in college to professionals? Like, we worked our way up to that.
Yeah, I know.
That's why they're asking, I think, if you could.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I don't think a lot of people realize that growth. You know what I'm saying? We worked our way up into being able to do that. We are king. Like, everybody's like, these guys in the NBA were gurus at basketball.
Who was the best at diagramming the plays?
Probably D. West.
Oh, he has coach potential down the road if he wants it, right?
Yeah.
He's probably going to do something else, though.
Man, he's the most interesting man that I've ever been around.
Steve Kerr seemed to think there's like 10 different possibilities for him.
For D. West?
Yeah, when he's done playing.
Man, I just fucking love that guy, man. Man. You can learn so much from D. West just from being around him. Not even just about basketball.
Yeah.
Just about life in general. You know what I'm saying? Just about history of anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love D. West. But he drew up some good plays. Andre Iguodala drew up some good plays.
Anybody have a terrible play?
No.
With 3-on-3 basketball getting added to the Olympics in 2020, who would be your two guys? That comes from Mike Jensen. Thank you to everybody who sent emails, by the way, with questions. We love this.
Me, Kyrie.
Kyrie?
I'm the biggest Kyrie fan in the world.
I know. We got your uniform ready.
Stop that.
I'm just saying, we got it ready.
Stop.
I know where I think you should live, too.
Me, Kyrie, and...
do you want to walk to the Garden, or do you want to take an Uber?
No.
Will LeBron be in the Uber?
I enjoy living at the Millennium right now. Me, Kyrie.
You and Kyrie, just you two. Nobody knows.
No, me, Kyrie, and probably Bron.
Okay.
I guess.
You, Kyrie, and Brian. So you'd have to solve some stuff with those two.
This is not including any of the Warriors?
Yeah.
Not including the Warriors.
Yeah. Yeah, because you couldn't pick two of the three Warriors.
Yeah, I would pick my teammates, but me, Kyrie, and Brown would be the other two.
JT from Queens wants to know what player is currently in Oladipo waiting to happen. Someone whose talent is being suppressed or has not blossomed yet because they're playing with a superstar. Do you see anybody in the league like that?
No. Tatum,
a couple years from now. Tatum's a baby.
That's a lot of players that had that if they had that opportunity, Oladipo could have that. Oladipo can flourish.
He also worked on his body and his game.
Yeah, because by the way,
stop that.
No, he got in crazy shape last
summer.
summer.
He had that in him, man.
No, I know he had it in him, but he got in crazy shape.
He did do it. He
did a little there. Now, after the season ended, he got this trainer and he got like in crazy shape.
Stop that. Or Oladipo had that in him already.
Yeah, but he still worked at it though.
He worked at it, but he had that.
But
in
I
him.
wouldn't. But you preface it by saying if he is playing with a superstar, then went on his own. He wasn't playing with a superstar in Orlando.
No, but he was with Westbrook.
Yeah, for 1 year.
I guess the question is somebody in the wrong situation that if they found the right situation, you could see them blossoming?
Let me see.
Other than everyone on the Knicks.
No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody could do that. It's hard to be Oladipo. Oladipo waited his turn for so long. How long he been in the league?
2013.
5 years, yeah.
He waited his turn. I don't think anybody else in the league could do that.
I remember the guy who did the draft
He's
on ESPN.
fucking good, man.
I know. The guy who did the draft on ESPN that year was saying Oladipo should have been the first pick. You know who that was? It was me.
It was you?
Yeah.
Who was the first pick that year?
Bennett.
It was Bennett. I was saying to Cleveland, just take Oladipo. Don't mess around.
Do you think Anthony Bennett just may be in the wrong situation?
I think he was.
He should have been like the 10th pick.
Yeah, that wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault.
Well, also the league was changing and nobody realized it
He
yet.
was the first pick.
Yeah. He was an old school.
Oh, you're saying you think the first pick
He was like LJ.
hurt
They
him.
thought he was going to be like LJ.
Yeah,
You think
but the league's
being
different.
the first pick hurt him?
That's what I worry about with Marvin Bagley. Like when you look at these guys who are the fours now, you have to actually think of them. What are they going to be like in a playoff series playing the four?
Yeah, that's how you got to look at him.
How good?
That's how I look at everybody. Like that dude on Villanova, Bridges. That dude can be in any playoff team right now.
I love him.
Yeah,
he could be
he's
the
great.
ninth man on 10 playoff teams.
I love him.
Yeah.
I like
There's
Wendell
certain
Carter.
guys you just know.
You like Wendell Carter?
Yeah.
I like Wendell Carter.
I like
too.
Wendell Carter too.
Yeah. I thought Bagley looked good too.
I liked. I think Brunson could be. I could totally see him being a fourth guard for a good team, like 3 years from
Fourth
now.
guard? I don't know.
Third or
heard
fourth
of a
guard.
fourth guard before.
Well,
Who is a fourth guard? Tell me one
Rozier.
fourth guard in the
Terry
league.
Rozier.
He's not a fourth
Oh,
guard.
smart.
People play 3 guards all the time. You need 4
Terry
guards.
Rozier is
Rozier
your
is
backup
great,
point
man.
guard.
Rozier's good. He's a
It
fourth
says
guard.
a lot about
He's a-
Pitino's
yeah.
guard coaching at Louisville.
But
Some good guards, bro.
Rozier, he did go to
You love the
Louisville.
Louisville jokes.
Rozier is the starting point guard in the league.
No, there's certain guys you could just see him in a playoff
think so?
series. Rozier's
82
starting.
games a year, Rozier could be a starting point guard.
Yes.
I think you underestimate how many good point guards there are now.
Rozier is a starting point guard.
'Cause there's
Don't
like
get-
4 more coming in.
Rozier is a starting point guard in the league.
All right, don't bump up his price. I know what you're doing. Just trying to make it so we can't afford him.
Yeah, probably, yeah. He's a starting point guard though.
He's
He's going to love getting you the ball.
they can extend him this summer, right?
Yes. We got to figure out the smart thing.
I like Rozier's game.
The Celtics have a pick this year.
Yeah.
Whose pick they have?
I think we have 2.
Lakers pick?
Well, they have Memphis.
No, we have the Kings pick in a year.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Oh. And we have the Grizzlies pick unprotected in like 2021. This was all the stuff Rich didn't tell you when you had your Boston visit. He didn't lay out all the picks.
By the way, Rich did.
Nah, Rich didn't. You
He
should have
did.
put
Yeah,
it
he
on
did. It was. By the
paper
way,
and
you don't
spelled
think
out
the
all the
Celtics
picks.
told us that?
Yeah, relax with all that shit. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah, they brought Tom Brady. They should told you about the fucking picks.
They did, and he made the right decision.
Yeah,
No, he
good.
did. All right. We were runners up.
No,
No.
you weren't.
Who was the runners up?
OKC.
You're just saying that now.
No, not.
No,
They
what?
were never. You were
They
out.
were, right?
You were out.
Of course.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Come on.
You're saying outside of OKC.
Nah, you were. Come on. You were out. You ready? You were ready for a new city.
Leaving. Yeah.
You were leaving.
Yeah, but they were running up.
You weren't leaving for sure.
No, not for sure, but yeah, they were.
Yeah, you were out.
Yeah. No, Bill, stop saying
that. It wasn't Golden State, Boston. No, it wasn't.
It was time to leave.
It was, but not to. No, I wasn't going. Shut up.
The Klay game is a phenomenal what if though.
Yo, what if I'm not?
That's the best what if of this decade.
How many what ifs can we have in life right now?
No, but that's a good alternate universe what if.
What if
Clay didn't go crazy in Game 6?
What if you were born
I think
in
OKC
Montana?
wins the finals.
What if you were born in Montana? Would you be doing this podcast right now?
Cleveland trades Kevin Love to the Celtics
For
that Jaylen Brown pick and something else. And then
stop.
I'm telling you,
you're gonna drive yourself crazy.
I'm having fun on my
what
podcast.
Is? No, stop.
Sean Jordan wants to know: do your basketball skills translate to other things like beer pong or maybe games we as fans wouldn't expect?
I'm pretty damn good at beer pong.
What else? Hand-eye coordination games? You good at billiards?
No.
Horrible at ping pong, he is.
Air hockey?
I wiped you off the court 10 times.
What about pop? What happens when
it's 7 times in a row.
How about Papa Shot?
Oh yeah, Papa Shot easily, but not. Beer pong. I'm pretty good.
All right.
Football, you're good.
Football, I'm good. Yeah.
I saw the football highlights. That was pretty good.
That was like he's got a good arm.
Megatron. Yeah. Fraser from Sydney, Australia wants to know what's the best signature shoe outside of your own.
We're coming.
What, to Australia? What's going on in Australia?
The wine's kicking in.
The wine is kicking in. We had this whisper, like we a couple names we whisper is like Tata is the next whisper. Like we whisper names. It's pretty cool.
What's the best signature shoe?
KD4.
No, other than your own.
Oh, Jordan 1.
If you guys win it all again this year, Lucas says the media is going to keep the LeBron to the Warriors things going. Does this frustrate you, and did it annoy you when that rumor started last month?
Frustrated, annoyed, man. I am living, like I said before, I am enjoying my life.
Okay.
Why the fuck?
You came on when you was like, these fucking Warrior LeBron stories are driving me insane.
That was annoying, though.
It was not.
That was an annoying story.
No.
Though.
Look, can I explain something to you?
Please.
I play basketball for a living. They pay me a lot of money for a supreme skill that I have. Why the fuck would I be worried about anything?
You live an amazing life too, Bill.
We all, it's different. We all have amazing. You enjoy what you do. I really enjoy what I do.
I love what I do.
You make a lot of money.
You make a lot of money to talk about sports. I make a lot of money to play sports. Why the fuck would I be worried about anything? I enjoy playing Xbox. I enjoy just going home and going to sleep and watching Billions. And
Billions. Are you listening to our recap of those podcasts? We have a podcast that recaps Billions.
I didn't watch it. Did you watch it yet?
I watched a little bit, but I wasn't really locked in.
I know what episode you're in. He told me last night.
Did he tell you? Oh, I didn't think we were supposed to say anything.
Did he tell you in the podcast?
No, he told me after.
Oh yeah, he told me after. I guess
why the fuck? How come I don't know?
No, I think he thought I would tell you. What is it? With the mics are on, bro.
No, but okay, perfect. Damn, that's so late.
I know.
Do you have an Axe Capital fleece?
Yes, I do.
He gave you a fleece, right?
Yeah.
Did he give you one?
Yeah, I had to trade a ringer.
He did rounders and Billions. He's good.
I know. I've been friends with him for 20
years. I know that
years.
I'm just saying the fact that he did
that's
rounders.
your bro?
I've known him for a long time.
He loves you, man.
Very happy for that dude.
He listens to all our podcasts.
His dream was to have a show like this that all these random people loved. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, we should get on him.
Nick Gordon says, does LaVar discourage potential free agents from signing with the Lakers?
No.
I think LaVar's chilled his thing out, right?
Tell him how much I love LaVar.
Kevin loves LaVar.
You know why I love LaVar? Because he reminds me of a normal AAU dad.
Players don't mind LaVar.
No.
The media is much more annoyed by LaVar than players are.
Yeah,
because players are used to LaVar.
Yeah, I've seen dads like him.
Yeah,
I grew up watching dads like LaVar, and I'm like, I appreciate what you bring. You know what? Because like I wish that, you know what I mean.
The crazy family member thinks who could coach the team.
Yeah, like me and my dad are so tight right now. But growing up, my dad really didn't come to games. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I wish I had a dad like that. A lot of players wish they had dads like LaVar.
Yeah,
you just being there support. Maybe not like, you know, going on ESPN or first, you know, putting the pressure on like he did Lonzo. But it's just like LaVar is the prototypical like pops in the AAU circuit. Like I like him. I like his family. Every time we play the Lakers and I see him, I give him a big hug. I'm like, man, I like what you're doing, man. I enjoy it. I just like your personality. I like that you care about the game so much and you care about your son so much. That's what I like. I don't know the big baller brand. I'm not getting into that, but I just like what he does.
I think there's one thing he did that bothers me.
The Luke Walton thing.
Right?
Yeah, I don't like he talking about the coach like that. Yeah, I don't like that.
Don't talk about the coach.
Nah, don't talk about the coach.
I think the middle kid, what's his name?
Oh, the one who was at UCLA for a second?
Listen, I don't want to judge anyone else's family or how they make decisions. As a fan, I'm only speaking as a fan, the opportunity to play basketball at UCLA, even if he messed up in China or didn't mess up, whatever the case is, that was a pretty good opportunity. He could regret not playing there and choosing to play.
Let him play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he should let him play.
He should let him play UCLA.
He should have went through the, you know, suspension and the discipline that he was on.
Yeah.
Let him play.
Like the other guys.
Yeah.
All the other guys sat out the whole year.
He should have shut out. He you know.
That would have been a good lesson to be learned.
A great lesson. You know, I don't care either way.
But that's his son and his
you know what
shit,
I'm saying?
right?
Like, but I thought it'd have been cool if he'd let him go through that and play.
I don't know what the second-rate Lithuania league really does for
anybody.
Like,
I swear to God, I know you're just going to say you're trash, Rich. I feel like I could play in that league in Lithuania.
You're trash.
I've been playing, too.
What are you, stretch four now?
You're trash.
No, I'm a three. You want to something funny? So we
stretch three?
We're flying back on a plane, a few of us one day, and I said to them, like, I said, man, I think I would have went to Carolina if I could have chose. All my places.
What was your biggest? What was your biggest trait? What would you add to the team?
So they said
Carolina?
to me, "What would?" They said, "No." They said, "Why Carolina?" I said, "I think it fits my system." I said, "I think I fit the system." And they said, "What could you have added?" I said,
"Run the floor."
Interior passing. That was my answer.
Yo, you're trash.
I'm not trash.
Justin wants to know who's the first celebrity to reach out to you, and has that relationship lasted? KD.
First celebrity.
Had to have been when you were at Texas, I'm guessing.
Nah, I know no celebrities really reached out to me because it was hard to do that. But
what was the first song you got name dropped in?
Wale name dropped me in a song.
Oh, that's right.
We're doing an incredible. We're doing an hour like special.
Yeah,
we're creating this like hour documentary on the history of basketball players getting dropped in rap songs, dating all the way back to like Spencer Haywood in the '70s, and like why some players are named in rap songs or why some people aren't, and how Jay-Z like put Sean Bradley to rest in Crazy in Love, and how Nick Van Exel is recognized for being in Crazy in Love, and like it's like LeBron, Kevin, Melo, AI, and Steph over the last 10 years have been mentioned in more rap songs than any other NBA player.
Really?
And Tim Duncan like 7 times. Like it was this whole. We're doing this whole thing about like why some people get mentioned more than others. It's kind of cool.
But
it's a good idea.
Me and Drake are really tight.
Yeah. Even though he's a Raptors,
I think so.
You might be playing them in the finals.
I hope so.
Maybe he's trying to butter you up like
that
LeBron.
Had nothing to do with anything, though.
Yeah, but man, I want to say that. Me and the 6 guard are really tight.
These guys funny, right? Bill and Kevin make good podcasts.
Oh, a regular person.
Who was your favorite player in the 2018 draft?
What?
Coming up. Favorite prospect?
McHale Bridges. He reminds me of myself.
Oh.
Well, because he's long and athletic, and he can guard different positions. He can shoot the three. Like he waited 4 years. Like he just waited his turn.
And our boy Alonzo Trier.
Alonzo Trier here too. Alonzo Trier, ISO is pretty good too.
And Trae Young.
Trae Young too. And Michael Porter Jr.
Nick from Canada wants to know.
Shamari Pond, St. John's.
No. Shamari Pond from St. John's?
He's coming out.
I like him.
I love him, yeah.
I think he's going to be a second-round steal for somebody.
Shamari Pond?
I don't even know if he's like in the top 40.
No, he's not ranked anywhere, but he should be.
I watched him take it to teams this year a couple times.
But you know they beat Villanova and Duke back-to-back?
Yeah, I like him.
Yo, chill out with the Johnnies.
But Mully's your guy.
Mully's mine.
We got two more questions.
I love Mully.
This is important. Cooper Herman. Shout out to Cooper. I am 13 years old, and I play travel and AAU basketball here in the D.C. area.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any advice for how a player my age can get better?
Go play in PG County in the neighborhoods. Go to Sea Pleasant. Go to Kettering. Go to Largo. Go play in the neighborhoods. That's where all the good players are.
All right.
Right now, his mom's like, is there anything else he could do besides going?
Go there.
What about work on his left-handed dribble?
Shout out Bryce. He went there.
Is there like a video we could download instead?
No videos, nothing. Just go play in the neighborhood. Go to Berry Farms. Go to 58th and Southeast and Watts. Go play there.
Nick from Canada wants to know if you could choose one city outside of North America to have the first global expansion team. Where would it be? For argument's sake, let's assume travel time is negligible.
Barcelona.
Oh, man. That's a great choice.
Or
Barcelona's a great choice.
Brisbane, Australia.
Nick from Canada also wants you to know, keep being real, KD. Even people who don't cheer for your squad like me respect you. See?
So there you go. I'm the realest dude in the league, man.
Nick from Canada.
Nick was from Canada, gets it.
Nick, hey, yo, I keep it real, man.
That's
hey, Blog Boys, how y'all feel?
Houston Rockets?
You Blog Boys are going to be mad at this one. I loved it. I mean,
got anything for the Houston Rockets before we go? They're going to have home court.
A lot of people say that the Warriors don't think about the Houston Rockets as much as we should. You text me that, right?
No, I didn't text you that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't text you that.
No, not that.
I didn't text you that. I texted you I was disappointed you did the Uber commercial.
Get that a lot, though.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm like, what? Like, we don't like. Should we say it in the media that we are worried about the Rockets? Like, hell yeah, they're the number one team in the West. Like, what the fuck? Like, of course. But we're not going to talk about it every single day. We're just going to come to work.
Did you know James is this good in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
You know what Bosch said on the podcast I did with him? He said in the 2012 finals, when they went into it, their key was to shut down James.
Yeah.
And give you and Russ your 50 to 55 every night. They didn't care. They wanted to take him out. If they took him out, they win the series. And then
because they couldn't stop us. They couldn't stop me.
Yeah, it was like, give you your 55. And then I was like, were you guys happy when they traded James? He was like, yeah.
Hell yeah. I remember LeBron tweeted, it was like, man, my bro James is going to have a good time. It's going to do his thing in Houston. I'm like, he only saying that because
he knows.
He knows.
That you guys were going to be a problem.
Yes.
Bosch said the peak of that team was the 27-game winning streak.
Miami team.
He said that was he said LeBron was hit a level that he's just never seen. And the whole team was like every night they didn't care if they were down 20, they knew they were going to win. It was interesting to hear him talk about it. And they took so much out of him, they were never really the same after that.
Does he still feel like he's going to play?
It seemed like he hadn't really come to grips with that. It was
hey, yo, Blog Boys. What up? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let's think. Do you have any last questions for Bill? I feel like we have some more. You don't get interviewed enough.
We hit everything, right?
No, we didn't.
Asking you
a question.
I thought we hit everything.
No, we didn't.
I like how you turned it on me with the talking heads.
Yeah, I want to know because I mean, because I know The beat writers don't like it. I know the beat writers don't like them.
There's stuff, the things that have gotten better this year, and it's almost gotten too far, but the people explaining what teams are doing with like what they're trying to do on offense and showing like how teams run certain actions and play stuff like that.
Acting like they don't know shit.
No, but they're doing a good job of breaking it down, I gotta say.
I know they're gonna be like, "KD, you're so sensitive." No, I'm not.
Like Zach Lowe, who I used to work with at Grambling, who's really good.
Zach Lowe.
He wrote a whole piece about how Toronto knew they had to shoot more threes this year because they didn't have quite enough spacing, and all the little adjustments they made to basically spread the court out, which even included
they played faster.
Like even DeRozan, who's not a great 3-point shooter, but he's taking them because he has to.
Yeah.
But it was just a smart piece.
Can we talk about basketball a little bit right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Like strategics. Like
yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So like Toronto, they flipped their system because they knew that they needed to add like 3 to 4 more threes.
Well, they knew that they had a lot of pressure on them this year as a coaching staff. That's the reason why, right?
Coaching staff, because if they didn't happen this year, they're getting rid of the coaches. Yeah.
Is that the reason, or they just thought they would win that way, or is the reason because they thought they would get fired?
No, I think the reason was they could not figure out how to beat Cleveland, and they could not just do what they did last year again because it wasn't going to work. So they had to tweak their system.
You can't be scared of LeBron James if you're trying to beat Cleveland.
So here's one of the things. Now
you got to really challenge them. Like I like LeBron's good.
Well, that's the thing. So I watched that game Wednesday.
Yeah.
So Toronto basically had control of the East. They lost this game to Portland, which the refs got mad. Portland? Yeah, the refs got the whole thing, and they blew this game.
That was OKC. That was OKC.
Oh, OKC. I'm sorry. And they had a streak, and they lost the streak.
Okay.
And then they lose that Cleveland game, and now it seems like they lost their. All of a sudden, the door is now open for LeBron a little bit. The door was not as open as it was. Or the door is more
always
open
been
now.
Open for him.
No, I know, but now
who can match up with him?
Well, that's what we learned last night. That Toronto scored 129 points and they lost. Because at the end of the game, LeBron's like, I'm scoring every time.
But Cleveland scored like 137.
They scored 132. But that was like, everybody was like, oh, this is Toronto's year, here it comes. And then LeBron's like, no, it's not. You still have to go through me in the playoffs. And it was a really interesting game.
I really was just playing an all-star game. And their staff was leading the team.
So you're impressed by how well run they were?
Yeah.
Do you feel like any of the opponents have jumped up a level that you've played against?
Every opponent has.
Like who? Like we talked about Portland's definitely a little better.
Portland's got better. Minnesota's got better.
They need Butler back though.
Yeah, of course. You need all the players you can in the playoffs, man.
What about Mitchell as a rookie actually having to be a creator in a playoff series? Because Utah's good. But
Utah's good.
Regular season, the playoffs
Quinn
is a different
Snyder
animal.
is one of the best coaches.
Yeah, he's in the top 6
I've seen since I've been in the league.
Yeah, I'm with you. But
he's incredible.
But in the playoffs, do you remember your first playoffs? What year is that? 09?
Or
10?
2010, yeah.
So you're in there. How you couldn't have been like at the peak compared to what the thing was. Yeah,
I was 21. I was like, I didn't shoot well, but
what about the adrenaline of it? Like, did you feel like you couldn't get your legs?
I was 21. If I didn't have no legs at 21, then what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah,
I learned
so that's
a lot
my fear.
Yeah,
right.
I learned a lot. Yeah.
Mitchell has to have a postseason where he learns all his little.
Mitchell is going to do well. If he struggles shooting the basketball, you cannot judge him off of that.
You know who would have been great with Mitchell? Gordon Hayward. I'm just saying.
Man. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
Of course he would have.
Can I ask you a Celtic question?
Yeah.
How's that going to look next year? Let's just say Kyrie comes back. You guys lose in the conference finals. So I'm just don't hold me to this, all right?
I think we're going to lose before then.
All right. Was trying to be nice. Let's just go through everything.
Who's starting 5?
Starting 5 next year. How's the team unfold? Is Smart back? Does Jaylen Brown go to the bench? Who's your big man? Is Baines going? Talk to me. Run me through the Celtics next year.
So I think the biggest advantage with Smart is nobody in the league has money this summer because the cap guy, everybody's salary is.
And they're not spending it.
How much you spending on Marcus Smart?
Well, that's the thing. 2 years ago, he would have signed a crazy contract, but this year there's only like 4 teams that have cap space.
And the injury's helping.
Yeah, and the
So
injuries.
let's say
So,
he
like,
get
Lou
a
Williams-
4-year, $70 million deal.
Hell
no way to get that.
Sorry, I'm just throwing a number.
Yo,
out.
get out. I'm just playing.
So
Hey, yo, Blog Boys, what Marcus Smart getting? Hey, yo, if you work for the Ringer or the Barstool, hey, yo, what Marcus
Ringer's
Smart
his.
getting? Oh, yeah. Yo, Barstool, what Marcus Smart getting since y'all know everything? Yo, Stephen A.
Bleacher Report.
Yo, Shannon Sharp, what Marcus Smart getting?
So Lou Williams signs an extension, $32 million for 4 years.
Underpaid.
Right, underpaid, but that tells you what the market is for the summer. Nobody has any money.
Nobody has any money.
Yeah, so that's why I think they can get a deal on Marcus.
Only PG and Bron are getting paid, right?
Yeah.
DeMarcus.
Well, DeMarcus has the Achilles though. Like
He's getting paid.
That's
though.
a dangerous injury,
Come on,
though.
man, stop it.
That's a dangerous injury.
He's great. Come on, man. I don't give a damn what you say.
I agree. He's great. It's a bad basketball injury.
You're right.
It is. It is a bad injury.
If I'm
but
the
he's
owner,
gonna
I'm
bounce
nervous
back.
about.
He's bouncing back.
I hope so.
Hey, yo, Blog Boys, is DeMarcus bouncing back? Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Blog Boys.
It is.
So Hayward, and Jalen, and I think Jason Tatum's the sixth man.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tatum is 6 man.
Yeah.
I like Tatum as
He
6
wasn't supposed to play 30 minutes this year. He was
No,
supposed
he
to play
wasn't.
20. He's 19 years old.
man. He's 7. Yeah,
He's a baby.
yeah.
He
He just had a son too.
he look. I honestly, I would not play around with Jason Tatum for 1 second. He should be starting, and he should start for the next 10 years.
What about
Don't
Jaylen Brown?
let him come off the bench. Jason Tatum is a special player, man. I just watched him go back to back possessions with Anthony Davis like a star player.
He
in that
should
game.
be. He should be getting his rhythm off the bench.
No,
They're
you cannot play with
no, you
Jason
spread
Tatum,
out the
man.
scoring though the way they did with
Yeah,
Harden
bro.
and Chris
He
Paul.
is on a good team.
Their crunch time will be Hayward, Brown,
Jaylen Brown.
Tatum, Horford, and Kyrie.
I just wouldn't play
So-
around with Jason Tatum, man.
I would. I mean, he's in the second year. He's 19, bro.
I know, but when you start all year and you carry that load to have to go off the bench, I would not play around with him. I'm just saying.
I feel you.
What
but
about Eastern teams for sleepers? Like, can Washington get their shit together before?
I like Milwaukee.
Really?
Yeah.
How come? Just because
They're long,
Giannis?
athletic. Yeah, Giannis is. Yeah, I like Giannis.
He's so good, man.
It feels
People
like
probably-
somebody
you know what's
weird's
so
going
funny?
to come out of the
People,
East.
people watch Giannis get interviewed and they're like, "That's what old KD was before he went crazy."
He is changing.
That's when we used to love him. That was MVP speech, KD.
Where's your backpack?
MVP speech, KD?
Yeah.
Does he know Hoodie Mello?
That's MVP speech. Backpack glasses, KD.
Glasses. Yeah.
Remember when
Fuck
we used to
that.
want to bring KD home?
I love KD.
Was,
Stop it.
was Thunderstruck KD a KD? Or was that,
Thunderstruck KD was
Yo,
definitely old KD.
That's
that-
a whisper.
was that pre-Rich?
Old KD, pre-rich. Oh my God, I created you, bro. To me, I'm fucking crazy.
Yo, Rich, you're
No,
you're
I
a
was
bad influence.
I was at your MVP speech.
MVP KD.
I was there, bro. No,
What's that
you're wrong.
noise?
It's a phone. Bro.
Oh, I thought I was worried that was the podcast ending.
Are you trying to end it?
No.
We could do this all night.
No, we can. Yo, can we go all night?
3 parts. Marathon.
10, can we go all night?
Oh, yeah. You,
Tay, keep it
kids
running.
can
Use
use
the
the
bathroom.
bathroom.
Hello.
We're going to keep going. Who's the next MVP after Harden this year?
Oh man.
Who'd you put your money on? Somebody who hasn't been MVP yet.
Anthony Davis. Shit, right?
Yeah.
His team would have
DeMar
to.
DeRozan. You know, MVP is a real thing, but nowadays, like awards really don't, because the blog boys vote on these awards, and they really don't know basketball.
I think it's better than it was.
No.
Because, you know why? Because they publish the votes now. And you can't fuck around.
Yeah.
If you do a
Yeah,
bad
There
vote,
are
that people call
like
you out, make fun
Zach
of you.
Lowe knows basketball to me. Mark Stein knows basketball. There are people that know basketball.
Come on, man. No,
There's
you
a lot of
fucking
people that
don't
know
basketball, man.
So you
No,
so
there's
you
some-
think
that-
players
that's
should
not
vote
fair.
on the MVP? Oh, they do.
No,
vote
I
on
don't
the
think
MVP.
players should vote on the NBA.
No, they used to do that. It was a disaster.
So who would vote if it's not Block
I mean,
Boys? or,
obviously, the blog boys should vote on MVP, but it's
No,
just
that-
like, just go watch some games, man. Stop using analytics all the fucking time.
Well, I would like to think some people are out there doing both, though. They
Yeah,
watch
some
the games
guys
and they
do
look
both.
at the numbers.
Some guys are doing that. I'm flip flopping a lot.
Well, you think if rappers voted for the MVP, who do you think would
I
win?
think rappers should vote for MVP.
That'd be sick.
That would be funny if they did
Jay-Z
the MVP, but there was
and
different factions.
Nipsey Hussle
Yeah.
and shit like that. They should vote for MVP.
It's like a commission.
Yeah,
They own like 10% of the vote.
Kendrick, Drake, yeah, they should.
J. Cole knows
J.
ball.
Cole, Block Boy JB, he should vote for MVP.
Tate liked that idea. Tate was like nodding vigorously over there.
It's like the playoff committee, like in football. You know, you just pick a handful of people.
Yeah, man. That's how.
Do you think they should have televised the All-Star Game draft?
Yeah.
Nah.
Why not?
Because it wouldn't have been the same conversation, no?
Yeah, I mean, it's the All-Star Game.
Oh, I mean, I'm just answering as a fan. He's answering as a player. I would assume.
Yo, you a straight fan, bro?
But what you'd want to hear, I feel like they wouldn't say, no?
I like these Air Force Ones you got right here.
Those are dope, right?
These are dope.
I thought they at least should have broadcast the first 10 picks. Would have been fun. And then after that, it could have been.
It wouldn't have been the same conversation that it was gonna have when the cameras weren't on.
The funniest thing was that Al Horford was the last pick on one of the teams, and
I mean
Al Horford's fucking good, and he's really fun to play
good.
with.
But would you pick him in a street ball game?
Depends what my accomplishment is, or what I'm trying to do.
If you're trying to win, or
if I have a bunch of scorers and playmakers around, and I need like a glue guy who knows what to do and
I
where
think
to
Al
go,
Horford's great, man.
I think that's a good one to have. Draymond's in the same kind of boat. You need those guys. Not everybody can shoot all the time. All right, you're on your phone, so we're wrapping this up.
I'm not.
You just went on your phone.
I'm just checking my text.
Reading those blog boys.
Reading these blog boys.
What did we not cover, Rich?
The blog boys.
Have we talked about the blog boys?
I really do want to run the Knicks one day. I'm just being honest. That's not
I
about
really
me,
think
but-
Rich would really kill it as the Knicks one.
What other TV are you watching?
Oh yeah,
Hold up,
we
hold
should
up.
talk
I'm in the-
TV.
By the way, we'll get
No,
to
we already
TV.
heard your Knicks campaign.
What, the team that I'm watching?
That's fucked up.
TV, Billions.
Oh, I'm watching Billions. I'm watching
Atlanta.
No, I'm watching. I love Atlanta, but
That's
I'm
fucked
watching
up,
the Tupac and
Wait,
Biggie.
Rich is mad.
That's fucked up. You think
We
you
already
watching
did your
Atlanta?
Knicks. We did your Knicks campaign. We did it already.
Why'd you think?
Because I'm black.
What?
Why do you think
Black,
he's watching
I'm
Atlanta?
Knicks.
Those
I'm
are the
in,
two shows
Atlanta.
we do recapables on. Those are our two favorite shows right now.
Because I'm black.
Huh? No, because it's a good show and you like TV.
I'm watching. I watch The Shy. You watch The Shy?
I don't watch the show.
Black
Shy.
Mirror. Black Mirror is your
Black
joint.
Mirror. I watched. What's the other show I'm watching? I'm watching Unsolved with Tupac and Biggie, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I have all those on my DVR. Is that
it's
worth
pretty
it?
cool. Yeah, I
I
like
didn't
it.
watch that.
All of a sudden,
I
there's
watched
a lot of Biggie
Gianni
Tupac.
Versace.
I watched that one.
That's good.
Where's
I'm in
That
on all
Andrew
serious.
Cunanan was a fucked up dude.
Where's Young? Where are you watching
That
that?
was one fucked up guy, right? You gotta watch it on A&E, right? It's 6.
A&E,
You'll fly right
alright.
through it. It's like 6 or 8 episodes.
All right,
I
I'll
don't
watch
know.
that. I'm watching
It's-
The
I thought it
Shy.
was 2 episodes.
Billions came on
Billions came back.
yesterday.
Silicon Valley came back last night.
Barry's good. The Bill Hader show. It's a hitman who
Oh, I haven't seen
becomes
it.
an actor.
You watched the
That's
David Letterman show?
with Obama?
Yeah,
He's got a
he's
couple
got Jay-Z
episodes.
coming up next week. It's like 6
Oh.
guests.
Yeah. Clooney.
Clooney.
I watched the Jerry Seinfeld when he's interviewing all the comedians. It's pretty cool.
Basketball players watch a lot of TV because you guys
Yeah,
are trapped
we got
in
nothing
hotel
but
rooms all the
time.
time. Yeah. It's
We
not
don't
like
do
you
shit,
can go
but
walk
just
around.
go to the gym and come home. We go to the gym at 8 o'clock in the morning and come home by 11, 12. We don't
Right.
have shit to do. We'll play video games and watch shows.
Were you
want this-
jealous of Drake's Fortnite thing?
No.
Not a little.
No.
He had like 700,000 people, right?
What?
He broke the record.
Yeah.
Where?
He did Fortnite.
Drake is a legend. He should be in the Songwriters Hall
Have
of
you
Fame
got him on
right
the
now.
pod? Do you
Well,
want us
let's
to
get
help you
Drake
vote?
on the pod.
Do you want us to help
I
you vote
did.
for the pod?
On Grantland, Drake and Jalen and I did like 35 minutes. Drake was actually a
Yo,
really great guest.
Yo, let's get Drake on this pod. Drake is a
So Drake?
he's an incredible. Oh my gosh, she would love to be on here.
Drake was good when
This
we
should
did
be
it
the
with
Bill
Jalen.
and Kevin pod.
Oh,
Yo,
he's-
Drake can
he's-
sit right here where Rich is at. I love you, Rich, but Drake can sit right there, and we
Rich
can
is
have
going
a
to be
good
running the
time.
Knicks.
Wait, hold up. Y'all just kicked me out the podcast?
I mean, we might have, but you know, it's for Drake.
Rich is going to be running the Knicks going, how the hell do I trade this Joakim Noah contract? How many years are left?
Yo,
I'll
could
trade
you
it.
run an NBA team?
I would love it.
What team? The Celtics?
I just think I don't think I could be a lot worse than a lot of these guys that do it.
Who's the worst GM in the league?
No, there's a lot of them.
Oh,
The
you
thing-
don't want to
the-
say it? Okay.
The worst GM in the league right now who's still employed,
Mhm.
I'll put you in an awkward position if I answer this.
I don't care.
Stan Van Gundy.
Stop it. No.
That Blake Griffin trade was a trade you make if you're worried you're going to get fired and you do a Hail Mary hoping that if it works, you keep your job.
You sure he's the worst?
If it doesn't work, yeah, he's up there.
I'm not getting in this because I'm going to be a fellow GM in minutes.
That's true. That's why I told you it's going to be awkward. But yeah, Blake gave away a lottery pick and Tobias Harris. I mean, SVG gave away a lottery pick and took on a giant contract. And I'm not sure Blake and Drummond make any sense at all together.
They didn't build anybody else around them to yet.
Yeah. I don't know.
But hey, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks for answering the question honestly.
No, just thank you for having me on.
We're wrapping it up. All right, we're wrapping it up.
He wrapped up the podcast.
He's going all day.
Yo, Vlog Boys. Hey, I appreciate y'all,
he just wrapped the shit
for
up.
giving me motivation. Yeah, Bill Simmons is the greatest.
Is there anything we missed that I'm going to take shit for that we missed?
Who's
winning the Final Four?
Villanova.
Loyola Chicago.
Stop.
No, the world's so fucked up right now. It makes sense. They're going to win.
The Sister Jean thing is crazy.
Why are you screaming, man?
Because I had a couple glasses of wine.
Oh, can we talk a few football things on air or not? I don't even give a shit. The Giants cannot trade Odell Beckham, man.
You can't. He's He's one of the most scary.
I mean, this is getting scary though. As a Giant fan,
you can trade to the Scans. It'll be fine.
I don't think it can happen.
Turn your freaking
Stevie Wonder as your cell phone thing.
Yeah,
turn your lawnmower, bro.
That was the greatest.
You can't trade Odell here. He's too good.
That was the greatest musical moment in
we had a
history.
debate. Draymond came to me the other day.
Stevie sang over Joe.
Draymond came to me the other day. He said, who would you take in? Julio, Antonio Brown, or Odell Beckham?
And you said, I don't rate players, Draymond.
I don't compare players to each other. Insight from Richard Sherman.
I took Julio.
You just told me in basketball you hate when people compare players.
Yeah, in basketball. Not in football.
But football, it's okay.
It's cool. Yeah.
It's their lives, though.
So what?
That's what they do.
Yeah, I'm a fan of football. I'm sorry.
All right, well, that's what we do with basketball. I'm glad we reached common ground.
I'm sorry.
I think, who is it? Odell, Julio, and who's third?
Yeah, Antonio Brown.
I've gone against all three in important games.
Who? You? You didn't put on no
my favorite
pads?
team. Well, emotionally, I'm with them.
Okay, I see.
When we played Atlanta in the Super Bowl, I didn't understand why they didn't throw it to Julio every single time.
He can't go every play. We found out.
Is that what it is?
He played half the possessions.
He goes half speed?
No, he's just so big,
so big and so physical. He can't play 60. He said 60 plays, right?
I was just relieved every time they didn't throw him the ball.
I know,
but that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
So good.
That makes sense what you're saying too. Like watching and feeling
relieved
when he doesn't get the ball. He had a 300-yard
game.
I mean, he's unstoppable. But the Giants can't trade Odell Beckham. They just can't.
You know where I stand.
To Atlanta. Oh my God.
Trade him to LA. Rams.
Trade to Atlanta.
Here's where I stand with this shit. Don't trade somebody who's like one of the best people at their position. Just ever. Unless like it's a point of no return, they're leaving, they're out, like whatever. I just do not like giving up on
I agree with you. It's ridiculous.
All right, we're going to wrap it up.
To Atlanta.
Anything to plug, KD? All right, blogboys.com.
Blogboys.com. I appreciate you.
Rich, go buy blogboys.com right after we finish this.
We will.
Bill, I appreciate you, man. This was fun.
This was great. Thank you as always.
We underplayed how much we have going on in business, but this is not for now.
we led the podcast with it. We talked about it for 15 minutes.
We underplayed it. We underplayed it for you.
Well, don't worry. You did like 5 magazine covers.
You're right. I'm just saying we underplayed it. We're on fire right now. So
you're on fire. That's why I live with it.
Rich.
We're saving this for the next one.
Yo, Rich,
we underplayed it. No, we underplayed it. It's over now.
All right, thanks so much to Kevin Durant. Thanks so much to Rich Kleiman. He was in there as well. He is a fantastic third wheel. Thanks to ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. My listeners can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com. And thanks to Google Cloud. Google Cloud, remember, it's still March. That means basketball, basketball, and basketball. You can find out stuff like college players who wear the number 1 jersey dunk the most. Is that true? Teams with cat mascots have caused the most upsets. Is that true? The NCAA is using Google Cloud to turn more than 60 years of data into insights and answers. And now you and your business can do the same. Know what your data knows. See how at g.co/March Madness. Google Cloud is the official cloud of the NCAA. We are off, I think, for the rest of the week on the BS podcast. Check out theringer.com. Check out the reviews for Andre the Giant, our documentary that's coming out on HBO on April 10th. We did the big red carpet premiere is happening tonight in LA. And then I think people are going to start reviewing it. It seems like people are very, very pleased with this doc. I don't want to spoil it, but we're very happy with how it's going. Very excited for everybody to see it. And if you live in LA or New York, there's a lot of billboards already for Andre. So keep an eye on that. Try not to get in a car accident as you're looking for them. Enjoy the weekend. We will be back next week on the BS Podcast.